So welcome back to our channel, guys, to Sweet Camper Life. And in this video, we are in Phipps County Park in Martin County. This is a 55-acre park with 99 sites, including mostly RV sites, some tent sites, and then these tents that you see in the background that you can rent. It's not very wooded, but it's very nice. This is actually part of the South Florida Water Management District, so they basically control canals and lakes to control flooding throughout the state of South Florida. And so we are right next to the Okeechobee waterway. So we are on a little lake. Across the campground from us is the actual waterway. So we'll take a look at that later. And we're going to just kind of walk around the campground. So sit back, relax, and check it out with us. This is the back of the RV site that we have, and those are the tents that they rent here. They're really pretty. The only problem here is you have, I don't know if that's I-95 or the turnpike, but you have a major highway there, so you can hear all the, you can hear, those are mullet jumping in the water. And Jenny's just enjoying that. So when we got here, we checked in, the lady at the check-in tells us, "Oh, welcome. You guys have a nice site. You're right on the lake." I'm like, "Oh, great. It's the only site left. We got it at the last minute." She goes, "Yeah, that's great. The only problem, and that's probably why it may be one of the last sites, is that the sewer hookup is here. Then you have your power hookup here, and then your water hookup here. So this is all discombobulated. So you just so you can get an idea, this is the water, and the trailer's all the way back there. So not sure why they did that, but it's what we have. So we had to fill up our tank, and that's about it. All right, so here we are at the other side of the campground, where opposite of where we're at. So this is actually the St. Lucie River. Here's a boat dock. This is first come, first serve. You can launch your boat, dock it there if you're staying at the campground. It's obviously low tide. Look at all that sand exposed on the bank. And then so you have a walkway here that goes down the campground, and then you have all these riverfront sites. These are really nice. This is all very nice. Jenny wanted me to make sure you guys knew that her favorite site is site 3 and 4, which face the river here. So yeah, we're good.
Huge tree.
Huge tree. All right. Since it's low tide and you have this sandbank exposed, you can see tracks of birds. Not sure what kind of birds these are. They have been walking around the sandbank trying to eat the little crabs and stuff that are exposed. Here's the office where you check in when you first come into the campground, and then just behind it on the river, you're going to see part of the lock system that the South Florida Water Management District uses to control flooding and to control release of water from Lake Okeechobee over through the St. Lucie Inlet and then out into the Atlantic Ocean. Once you're here, you can fish from this dock, and then obviously there was somebody fishing here, because look at all these dead shrimp that they tossed out. So I'm not sure what would be in here, but I would suspect probably snook. This is brackish water, and snook can live in fresh or salt or brackish. There's some critters down here in this exposed sandbank at low tide, and they're squirting water. They're probably little clams, I suspect. Well, I gotta admit, I do feel better about our wonky site because half the sites here have water and electric on one side, the wrong side of the trailer, and then the sewer on the opposite side. So just be mindful of that. You may need to bring an additional hose for your water and maybe even an extension for your power cord. We had to move our trailer up about another 8 feet or so just so our power cable can reach. One of the surprising things about this campground is that I found it expensive for being a county park and being part of the South Florida Water Management District. In some of their areas, you can actually camp for free. The cost per night for our site, including taxes, was $70. I found that pretty expensive. We're used to state parks where it's usually $40 lately, the last year or so with tax. So it was pretty pricey, but this is well maintained. It's in great shape. No complaints. Here you have a floating dock where you can also dock your boat. The difference is this one is called a floating dock because it goes up and down with the tide. So you don't have to worry about your boat basically getting stranded on the dock because the tide dropped out and you didn't have enough lines out. All right, now we're going to check out all those tents that we saw earlier. So what you do is you can walk basically just down the line of trailers where we're at, and then there's a boardwalk, and you walk down the short boardwalk, and there are these really cool looking tents. All right, so we checked in. We walked to the little pond or lake behind our trailer. We walked over to the boardwalk or the walkway next to the river, and we saw the 2 docks where you can fish and dock your boat. But now we're going to go check out the dock, the marina where you can actually launch your boat. Well, here is the boat launch ramp, finally. This is a smaller ramp. Obviously, you can fit 1 boat on either side. So you would launch here. You can dock your boat on the other side if it's a little busy. That way you stay out of the way. And once you launch your boat and you pull your trailer out, then there's decent parking here. Not too bad. So right where my truck is, I suspect you necessarily wouldn't want to park there because you would come in from here and then go around towards my truck, pull out forward, back it up. So I suspect most of the parking is behind my truck over there. And there's a couple of handicap parking spaces. The longer one is for a truck and trailer, and the short one is for just a regular car. We definitely want to come back to this park, and if we do, I'd like to launch the kayak here and just kind of kayak around and explore a little bit. Doesn't seem like there's much other than the St. Lucie River, but there's a marina up ahead with some pretty big boats, and we got a little bit of a bank here, but it appears it's mainly for just kind of kayaking around and coming back. No spoil islands that I can see where you can pull up to and beach your kayak and hang out for a while. And then this is actually I-95 right here, and because the campground is right next to this, if you have your windows open like we did last night, you do hear the cars all throughout the night. All right, so we've been able to explore the park, and so far Phipps Park in Martin County is really nice. So I'm really tired. I've been up since 3:30 this morning, and I had to work today, and Jenny's tired too, and we're both starving. So we're going to find some place to eat around here, and we'll let you know what place we find and where we go and how the food is. We typically go to a place called Scooters, not far from Jonathan Dickinson State Park and our RV dealer, but we're going to try something different today. All right, so we decided not to explore and just to go to Scooters because the food here is so good, and we just didn't want to go someplace and it turns out it wasn't awesome like this place is. So we're gonna see what we order. I think I already know, but we'll find out.
Vamos a ver qué vamos a comer. Ah, bueno, tiene buen sabor. ¿Qué es eso, papi?
Chicken Parmesan.
Chicken Parmesan. And I have chicken Florentine. Okay.
All right, guys, so that's it for this trip to Phipps County Park in St. Lucie. And so we're gonna pack up and head home. We were so tired last night. But if you guys are in the area, this is in Martin County in the city of St. Lucie. This is definitely worth coming and spending a couple days, especially if you have a boat. You can launch it and do some fishing and relax and cruise. This is a really pretty area. So I hope this video was useful and helpful, and thanks for watching, and subscribe and stay tuned because we got some more adventures and a couple of different videos that a little different from what we typically do, and some big news coming up. So thanks for watching and check it out.